Hi guys, V2 Masters here, and in today's video we are gonna showcase triple legacy seeking, and these battles were submitted to us by the Sanchito 360. So let's move on to the video. So do not forget to like, subscribe and comment down below. Also join our Discord server if you are on Discord, and tip of the day, seeking when paired up with the right mounts can be extremely good. So let's get into the battles. So in the first battle, it's a Crusty into Dragonair lead. This is a pretty neutral match. So actually, they instantly swap out into the Seaking because the Seaking has Icy Wind, which is gonna do super effective damage. So they are gonna go for the Icy Wind here against the Dragonair, and it does get shielded. It is going to lower the attack, and they are not going to shield this move. It's just gonna be a aqua tail. It does not do a lot of damage because the attack is lower, and they are gonna survive this aqua tail since the Dragonair's attack is lower. But the question is, can they get to the icy wind in time? They are able to get to the icy wind, but they over tap, so still able to get to the icy wind. This is probably gonna get the second shield or get out the Dragonair. It gets the Dragonair, and they come in with AVAC to farm down the Seaking. So now they can just come in with the Crystal against the AVAC and Galvantula against whatever is in the back, and they can easily shield this move because they have the shield advantage. So it is a Shadow Bone, and the opponent swaps out into the Politoad, so they can align the Galvantula with the Politoad, so they pretty much have perfect alignment right here, and they are not gonna shield the first move. It is a Weather Ball and does a lot to Galvantula. It's not the tankiest Pokemon, yeah, but they are gonna have to shield the second one as it will KO the Galvantula, and they are gonna go straight for the lunge right here to try and bait the shield out. Even if they do not get the shield, it's still gonna do a lot. They do not get the shield, but they are gonna be able to farm down the Politoad, and in comes the AVAC. They are gonna go for the discharge. The opponent is most likely gonna shield here. The opponent does not shield. They probably thought it's a lunge and they just gave up. So that is a pretty good battle. Seaking safe swap was extremely good there. Let's move on to the next battle. So in the next battle, let's see what lead do they get. They get a Crystal into a Snorlax. So this is actually good since they are gonna resist the body slam if the Snorlax goes for it, but they instantly swap out into the Seaking. So they are gonna go for Icy Wind to lower the attack of the Snorlax, and Icy Wind does not do a lot of damage to the Snorlax, but it does lower the attack. But the opponent builds up energy and swaps out into the Frostlass. So they are gonna go for the Icy Wind bait here, and also to lower the attack of the Frostlass. The Frostlass does not shield, but now they are gonna be able to survive a Shadow Ball from this range. But the question is, can they get to another move before the Frostlass farms them down? So Shadow Ball still does a lot of damage, and they are barely not able to get to the move. So that's actually fine. They can come in with the Crystal and farm down the Frostlass. They are likely gonna shield. Oh no, they actually do not shield. So Avalanche does do a lot of damage to the Crystal, but they actually go for Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball also does a lot of damage. They are able to farm down the Frostlass, and the opponent comes back in with the Snorlax, so they might survive a body slam from this range. Let's see. They do survive the body slam just with like 1 HP and able to get to the X scissor. This will be doing a decent amount of damage, and they swap out into the Galvantula and they can look to shield and farm down the Snorlax. So they definitely have to shield Galvantula. It's really glassy, and let's see what Pokemon does the opponent have in the back, and the opponent swaps out into a Shadow Hypno. So things are not yet over. Opponent is still up on both shields, so that's kind of tough for the Sanchito. So they are gonna go straight for the lunge. It is gonna lower the attack of the Hypno, and they might possibly get to the third lunge before the Hypno confusion's down. They do get the second shield, and they are of course gonna have to shield it. The crystal is just at 1 HP. So in comes the Ice Punch. Most Hypnos run Ice Punch for this meta as it provides coverage against the Altarias and barely able to get to the the lunge with like a few HP remaining, and the Snorlax still has a decent amount of health. It's gonna be a race of fast moves. The Snorlax takes out the Galvantula. Can they get a smackdown in? No, they can't. The lick damage registers first as lick is a one-turn move, so that's gonna be unfortunate there. So let's move on to the next battle. So in the next battle, they are actually running Vigoroth in the back and Galvantula on the lead. So we see a Medicham lead. This is actually pretty good for Galvantula as it's gonna be resisting the fighting type moves, and it's gonna be dealing neutral damage with all of its moves. So we do see the lunge go through. It lowers the attack of the Medicham, and they are not gonna shield right here. This is likely a Ice Punch. Yes, it is a Ice Punch. Yep, that was way too quick for a Psychic. So the opponent swaps out into Hex, Alolan, Marowak. They are gonna come in with the Vigoroth, and since it's a Hex, Alolan, Marowak, Vigoroth is gonna deal extremely less damage from the Hex, and they actually go for the Bone Club. So they are probably running Bone Club plus Shadow Bone. Though most Hex, Alolan, Marowaks run Fire Blast. Fire Blast is not that great in the current meta. So able to get to the Bulldozer. This is likely gonna get shielded. Let's see. Yes, the Alolan Marowak does shield it. Alolan Marowak survives a bulldoze from that health, but they do shield it anyways. So another Bone Club coming through from the Alolan Marowak. Bone Club is surely chipping away at the Vigoroth, and they are gonna get to the second bulldoze, but the opponent swaps out into the Medicham, so they go for the body slam. So extremely nice read on the Sanchito's part, and then are gonna swap out into Galvantula to farm down the Medicham, and the opponent comes in with Altaria, so they are gonna go for the discharge. This will likely do around 40% of the Altaria's health, and yeah, between 35 to 40%, so does quite a bit of damage. And then the Altaria is unfortunately gonna farm down the Galvantula, but they still have two shields with their Seaking. So can we see a Seaking sweep right here? So the opponent does throw the first Sky attack, and they are gonna have to shield him. Seaking is really glassy, and they got a preserve health on their Seaking as their Vigoroth is also really low. And they get to the Icy Wind right here, and this will likely be getting the shield from the Altaria. Yes, it does, and then the Altaria's attack is lower, so they are gonna shield this Sky attack anyways because they have to preserve health on the Seaking. Yes, it is a Sky attack, and the opponent swaps out into the Alolan Marowak, and they catch a move on the Vigoroth. So that was a really good play by the Sanchito, and it's a Shadow Bone, so that's even better, and they might get to the bulldoze before the Alolan Marowak farms them down. Yes, they are able to, and will this KO the Alolan Marowak? Boom! It does KO the Alolan Marowak, and then the opponent has a Altaria in the back. But the Seaking is gonna be able to outpace the Altaria to the move, and this Icy Wind is overkill for the Altaria, and that's gonna be a good win. So let's move on to the next battle. So in the next battle, it's a Galvantula into Abomasno. So they swap out into the Vigoroth because Abomasno is not that great of a matchup for Galvantula as it seems. And they get to the Bulldoze, and this will likely be not shielded by the opponent because Bulldoze does not do that much damage, but the opponent actually shields it, and they are not gonna shield here. This is likely gonna be a Ice Beam right here, but actually a Bubble Beam. So the Jellicent is running Bubble Beam and Shadow Ball. That's actually kinda bad since the Jellicent is gonna lower the attack of the Vigoroth. So it's another Bubble Beam coming through, and they really can't do anything right here because the attack is getting lowered. So Bulldoze will do very less damage on the Jellicent, so they can just try to chip away up, does really less damage on the Jellicent, and this is likely another Bubble Beam coming through. So they are gonna have to swap out soon. Yes, they do swap out into the Galvantula to reset the debuff and also get ahead on energy. So it seemed like a fake CMP tie since Galvantula wins CMP against Abomasno. So we are gonna have to see. Yes, it was a fake CMP tie. Abomasno gets a powder snow through. They are gonna go for the lunge here. This will likely get the last shield from the Abomasno. Yes, it does get the last shield, and the lunge will kill from this point since lunge does like 75 to 80% of Abomasno's health. So they are gonna shield just to preserve some health on the Galvantula. They would have easily survived that weather ball, and they actually over farm and throw the lunge. So this will KO the Abomasno. Let's see what do they have in the bag. It's a Altaria, so they can go for this discharge, but they actually charge up to the discharge and swap out into their Seaking, and the opponent swaps into the Jellicent. So we see a little bit of lag here, but able to get the drill run through. So this will probably KO the Jellicent from this health. We'll have to see. Barely does not KO the Jellicent, but like one or two more poison jabs will. So a Shadow Ball comes through, does not KO the Seaking, and the Seaking might get to a move against the Altaria. Let's see, it does get to the Icy Wind against the Altaria. This is gonna be double super effective. Boom, does a lot of damage, and then they can just come in with Galvantula and go for the discharge. They already have it loaded, and this is gonna KO the Altaria. So that is gonna be a good game. So moving on to the next battle, they face a expert rank player. This might be they drop below, that's why. So let's see what lead do they get. It's a Galvantula into Munchlax lead, so it's a neutral lead for them. They just gotta watch out for that Bulldoze. They get to the lunge. This will be lowering the Munchlax's attack. Yeah, and Munchlax is tanky, so this lunge brings it to yellow range, and we do see a move coming through from Munchlax right here. This might be a Bulldoze, but they are gonna go ahead and not shield it. It is a body slam, so good call on their part, and now they are gonna catch the next body slam on Seaking. The attack of the Munchlax is lowered, so this is probably not gonna do a lot of damage. Yep, does like 25%, and the opponent comes in with a regular Limoon. So the moves of regular Limoon are actually Shadow Claw, Grass Knot, and Thunder. So they are gonna go for the Icy Wind here. This is lowering the attack of the Limoon, and both Thunder and Grass Knot are gonna be super effective on the Seaking. So either one will be KOing the Seaking here. It is a Grass Knot, and let's see what they decide to come in with. They decide to come in with the Vigoroth because the counter will be doing super effective, and they will be resisting the Shadow Claws, and it seems Lin won the CMP tie, so they are not gonna shield here. It's a Grass Knot, does some nice chip damage to Vigoroth, and it was a CMP tie, so they are not gonna charge right here. Yep, unfortunately it was a CMP tie and Vigoroth lost it, so they are gonna get an extra counter, but the opponent just decides to give up. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.